Hi everybody, welcome to my August what I spent in a month video on what was a pretty extreme budget compared to what I spent in a month in July. You can see the link in the description if you want to see what I spent in July. Spoiler alert, there were some unnecessary purchases. If you are new to the channel, welcome. You're watching the Christiana 321. I am the Christiana. This is the Fortran, and Java, the Java is down there playing with the light, so I'm sure that'll go well. I'm filming this on August 30th. The plan is not to spend any money tomorrow. If I do, you'll see an update probably with my webcam. So for budgeting purposes, in July I was able to put away 30% of my take-home income towards school, which is my substitute for saving right now. It is me investing in my future, just not, directly financially. I'm sure it's a mistake, but it's fine. It's my mistake. I'm almost done with school, hopefully next May. So in July, I spent about 70% of my take-home income on life stuff, and I will say, out of my salary before I see it, there is take out the 401k, health insurance, vision insurance, all the different benefit things. So these numbers are assuming that's all there, and I don't have to worry about it. I get paid twice a month, which is different from bi-weekly. I get paid on around the 10th and around the 25th. If those fall on weekends, then it's a little bit different, but whatever. So some paychecks have more hours in them than others. So I just kind of took an average month for budgeting purposes, and so that we can look forward. What I wanted to do was go through first what I spent in July in each of my big categories, which are housing, transportation, phone/internet, eating out, food, entertainment, which any date night activity stuff I put into entertainment, even if it's technically eating out, just to make it easier, miscellaneous, shopping, and health. In July, for housing, spent $1219.81. My goal for August, those numbers are pretty stagnant, so kept the same goal. Transportation, that includes my car loan, gas, car washes. In July, I spent $447.91 for my goal. I said $447. If you remember at the beginning of August when I set this, gas prices were still phone and internet, again, both of those are pretty stagnant numbers. Those go to $142.73. Eating out in July, this was one of the big cutting categories that I have. In July, I spent $550.83. $300 of that was towards DoorDash orders. I deleted the DoorDash app, and my goal for August was about $155. Some of these have weird cent numbers because I was doing percents in Excel. For food, which is just like groceries, farmers market kind of things, in July I spent $254.39, and in August I made my goal $258.40. Obviously with spending less on eating out, I'd spend more at the grocery, but also in July I know that I wasn't being very careful with looking at the prices of things in the grocery store, so I knew I could cut back just by following coupons and looking for deals, that sort of thing. But also, I ended up throwing out a lot of food because I got too lazy to prepare it in July. Entertainment, in July I spent $260.81. That is mostly dates, but also Hulu, Adobe. I don't know what I did in July, but also the entertainment fees for different applications I subscribe to. My goal for August was to cut that in half to $130. For miscellaneous, in July I spent $50.54, and in August my plan was to spend $25. That, I believe, in July was mostly UPS or USPS shipping things back home to my family in Georgia. I live in Wisconsin. I guess that should be important. Shopping, another big area for cutting. Now, in July, I did have some birthdays and some big things that I was spending towards. Well, biggest birthday expense there was for a birthday that's coming up in September. So I was just really ahead of schedule. But I love buying things for people. I love buying gifts. But I did know that I needed to cut back. So my goal was to cut back to $155.88. Another big part of that was just scrolling on Amazon and buying things that I didn't really need. I enjoyed them, but they didn't bring me like lasting joy. You know what I mean? Like, they're nice to have, but why does anybody have them? In July, I spent no money on health stuff, but in, I think, week 2 or so of August, some health things came up. So I changed my health budget to $50. I don't have written down here. So the numbers that I've given you so far were based off of after I took that $50 out. I don't remember where it came from. Maybe from shopping or from entertainment. But that leads me nicely into the next segment. So at the end of every week in August, I filmed a little weekly check-in where I explain where I was at with the different numbers and if there were any stories worth telling about purchases that I made. So here's week 1, and then the others will follow. I'm not going to introduce all of them. Hey everybody, welcome to the week 1 update. Today is August 8th. I meant to do this yesterday, but homework and yeah. As you probably already know, my goal this month is to save a whole paycheck. So let's look at the numbers. Housing, I'm already at 92% of the budget that I have allotted for housing, but rent comes out in the first couple of days of the month. So that was to be expected. The only thing left to come out of housing is my water and insurance, which come out later in the month. And I already know I'm saving some money on my water, but we'll get to that whenever that week happens. Transportation, I've spent $40.01. I bought a tank of gas earlier, which accounts for 9% of my transportation budget. Remember, I will have my car loan payment coming out later on, so that's not super impressive. I haven't spent anything on phone and internet, but again, those are standard bills that just come out at the time of the month that they come out. So far for eating out this month, this week, I spent $21.52. That was a couple trips to McDonald's and a trip to Subway. I wasn't expecting to get the Subway, but things happened where I was not near home and I wasn't going to be near home for a couple of hours, so I had to. One of the McDonald's was when I went down to the office one day this week, which is about a 3.5 hour commute, and I very desperately needed to eat something about halfway through the commute home. And yeah, there's a very good reason why I don't make that commute very often. I did have snacks, but I needed something of substance. I mean, I got McDonald's, so it's not really something of substance, but you know what I mean. Food, I'm 58% of the way through my budget for food, but that counts 2 grocery shopping trips. Normally, I like to go grocery shopping on Monday or Tuesday, but this week is finals for my class, so I did my grocery shopping for this week yesterday. So that counts. So that 58% is 2 weeks worth of groceries, which is still too much. But I do have a lot of, we're hanging out here? Okay. But I do have a lot of food for the rest of the month. The first grocery shopping trip was a little bit more expensive because I had to get shampoo and conditioner and a couple of other things that I don't buy very frequently, but do add up. And then the one for this week was $60. I know I could be spending less on groceries, and I'm probably gonna have to for the last couple weeks of the month. Hopefully when I film the week 2 update, that number won't have changed. I won't have needed to go and get some extra groceries between now and then. I might have to get a little creative. I don't want to be too frugal when it comes to the groceries. I like having fresh fruits and veggies. When I have fresh fruits and veggies in the house, that to me is a lot more motivating for eating healthy than if I had frozen ones or canned ones. I'll eat those, but I'm not in any hurry so sometimes I don't eat them for a long time. Moving on, entertainment. The one where I'm right at 25%, which is, I think, good. Hopefully that holds up. It's about $40 so far this month, and that was for a date night. I don't know how he's gonna feel if on date nights I start wanting to go to fast food places instead of some of our fancier sit-down places that we like to go to. I say fancy. Again, it was $40 for 2 people. Nothing in the miscellaneous category so far this month. Shopping, I'm at 5%. Whenever I went down to the office, when I got there, I realized that I didn't have a hair tie or anything with me, so I stopped in to Walgreens because I took a train and then I had to walk about a mile to the building. And so I passed a Walgreens, so I went in there and I got a mini hairbrush and a packet of hair ties. Mini hairbrush, I have a mini hairbrush, but it's nice to have multiple of those in different locations. Necessary? No. Hair tie though, on that day, was necessary. Wouldn't have been if I had planned better. And then the last category, which I don't have in my budget because I didn't spend at all in this category last month, is health. I picked up prescriptions for my foot and a prescription for my boyfriend earlier this month, and that was $8. So it's gonna probably come out of the shopping budget, maybe. I don't know where it's gonna come out of. But so overall, I've spent $1,385.45 this month, which is about 54% of my budget. I'm not worried. Are you worried? You shouldn't be worried. Hey everybody, welcome to the week 2 update on what I spent in the month of August. And it was better. This week I spent $207.12, which compared to last week when I spent $1,385, it's an improvement. Although, you know, I only had to pay rent the one time last month. So this week, I had a surprise. A thing that I get health-wise about 4 times a year. Every other insurance that I've had covered the whole thing. My new insurance with my new job, this is the first time that I've needed it, it was not covered, or it was like half covered. So I had to spend about $40 more in health that I was not planning on. So when it was only about $10, I think last week, I just kind of kept it in mind, thought, you know, I'll probably be $10 short somewhere else. But $40 in a budget that I'm trying to keep really tight was significant. So I adjusted my shopping and entertainment budgets to allow for $50 of health. So $10 from week 1 and $40 from this week. We'll see hopefully there's no more surprise health expenses, knock on wood. My internet bill came in, it's about 50 bucks. Shopping, I bought my nephew his birthday present because his birthday's coming up. I gotta ship that, so shipping will be a next week expense. 2 date nights this week. One, he paid for dinner and I paid for ice cream, and one, I paid for the meal, so that came to about 40 bucks. And you know, we put that under the entertainment, and then, oof, yesterday was Sunday. I'm recording this on Monday. I got the whole last week. And it was, I had a moment this weekend. Friday, I got some bad news, and my coping mechanisms, I realized in the moment, were to go shopping on Amazon or whatever, or to order food or drink something that would be, again, cost money. I realized that most of my coping mechanisms when I want to be distracted from something all cost money, which is not good. I did end up just reading my book for a little bit, which is for me, reading and playing with my cats is a healthier coping mechanism. Because yeah, if I had gone the food or the shopping route, then it would have been a very fleeting distraction, just basically until I hit checkout. So having this budget in mind saved me from that and probably made me deal with the news in a healthier way. However, then on Sunday, I did end up ordering Pizza Hut, so that, including like delivery fee and everything, was about $30, delivery fee and tip. But that'll be 3 meals for me, which is not horrible, about $10 a meal. Not super healthy, not the best. Like if I had made dinner at home, definitely would have been cheaper. And also I've got some veggies that are gonna need to be used soon, otherwise I'm gonna have to throw those away, and it's just throwing away money. Not good. Anyway, so updated percentages will be on the screen now. The transportation, I didn't have to buy any gas this week, which is cool. Sure, I'll have to buy some next week. Phone and internet now has something towards it, but that one is fixed. There's not really anything that's going to be different there. Eating out on my own is still pretty low at 34% of my goal, which is great, because I think that some of that allotment might end up going towards entertainment. My boyfriend and I like to be entertained by delicious food. I did get one of my monthly subscriptions from Amazon is a food pantry item. It's this oatmeal bar that I really enjoy. Why do I get it delivered from Amazon? Nobody knows. But so that was $3. I did not go grocery shopping this week, which we talked. Ow! Hey. I didn't have to go grocery shopping this week, which was great. I did run out of bread because if you saw my pumpkin butter video that I made, pumpkin butter is delicious. And so most of my bread for this week went towards that instead of towards sandwiches, and I ran out. So I did almost need to go and buy bread, but I decided to do sandwiches in my tortillas. So that one's still up around 60%. I made my grocery list for this week already, and it looks like it's going to be pretty low, which is good. We'll see. Can't predict the future. Shopping, I'm down at 35%. I'm pretty ecstatic about that. The biggest thing is not mindlessly shopping on Amazon. I have gone on Amazon on my computer a few times and added a bunch of things to my cart, but then decided to do the wait a little bit and see if I actually want any of these things. And other than my subscribe items. I don't think I've gotten anything. And then health, the new category, we're at 93% because I just put $50 there, and hopefully we won't need any more of it. My total for week 1 and week 2 together is $1,592.57, putting me at 62% of my total planned spending for the month. So hopefully these next 2 weeks go a little bit smoother. Well, here we are. It's week 3, and I've had to make some adjustments. We'll get into that. So this month, some bills hit. My car/home insurance that I include in my housing category since it's bundled. Audible. I did go grocery shopping, which was like $60, and I was thinking that this was going to be my lowest spend. I did go out to McDonald's one day, but I downloaded the app, so I got a free French fries. I also have a coupon in there for a free burger, but you couldn't use them both on the same day. But the French fries was coming up sooner. So anyway, that was less than $4 for a large sweet tea, a large fry, and a double cheeseburger, which is larger than I normally get. Normally I just get like a smaller or medium fry, depending on how hungry I'm feeling. So yeah, I did not end up finishing my free French fries. I had to get another tank of gas. So that was only $33 though. I didn't really think that I would ever be grateful for a tank being $33, but it's a lot better than it was last month. Then got a date night in last week. We also went to the fair, so I've got $4 a hot dog, and I also did a little bit of shopping while I was there, because while I was eating the hot dog, I spilled like ketchup and mustard and everything all over my shirt, and we were still going to be there for a while, and I started to feel kind of gross just having this giant stain right here. So got a new shirt. It's cute though, and so I got the new shirt. I also got a gift, one of my nibblings. So altogether that was $35 in shopping, which I've been doing really well on not shopping, not having any real access to the Amazon app on my phone has been very helpful. However, that particular date night then put me 20 cents or 30 cents over my old goal for entertainment. Part of the date night involved shipping a package, and so just the way all the money worked out, put all the date night money in one thing on here, and then so I could take that out of the miscellaneous, because I was planning on having to ship a package for like $15. So I moved that $15 into entertainment, back in the green. Because that's the thing with budgeting, is during the month, if things changed, things didn't work out exactly the way that you thought they would, you can move stuff around, as long as like you don't just keep adding money and taking it out of savings. At least for me and my goal, it's got to come from somewhere other than savings. That puts us for, I'll put the numbers up here for the week. Total for the month, we are at 72% of our total goal. I know coming up in the next couple of days, my car loan payment is gonna hit. I got the email today saying it was processing, so it might even hit today. Then water bill will come through, and my phone bill may or may not hit before the week 4 update. I haven't decided if I'm going to do a week 4 update, because that'll be on like the 28th or so, and then there's only 2 days left for the month, so maybe I'll just do a final one. You'll know. My phone bill usually hits right around the 28th, the 29th. Those 3 will equal about $428, which means that for the month, not including those 3 known entities, I'll have just shy of $300 left to spend in 9 days. Obviously, if I don't have to spend $300, I'd like to spend less than that. Overall, I think that I'm doing really well. My shopping and my eating out have significantly decreased, which is amazing. And then the shopping going down and the eating out going down really helped. Eating out going down is fairly sustainable for me. Well, we'll talk about lessons learned later on. We'll let this be a short one. Alright, hello week 4. Do I look like I'm wearing the same shirt as in the beginning of this video? Because I am! So I'm not going to go into quite as much detail because I know what I'm going to say after this as well, and I cover quite a bit. But let's go through what I spent in week 4. So some of the big ones were my car loan came out, Verizon, that sort of thing. I did end up spending $25 at Starbucks, which I count it as spending at Starbucks whenever I put it on the app in my phone, because at that point, that's the only thing it can go to. So I reloaded my Starbucks card. I bought the Dunkin' for the Dunkin' taste test video that came out on Tuesday. Have you seen it? But the big surprise was Fortran wasn't feeling well, and so I had to take care of her, which involved a vet exam that cost $85. And I put that under the health category. I keep saying, I think in January, like I'm going to keep this budget stuff until the end of the year, and then in January I'm going to revamp it, and there'll be a category just for the cats. And that'll be food, vet, cat litter, cat toys, that sort of thing. But for now, we're just counting them as roommates that I'm responsible for. So when I put all of this into my budget tracker, these are what the final numbers look like. And don't worry about the numbers, just worry about that last column, the percent. So you'll see some categories are under 100%, some categories are over 100%. And that's okay, as long as the dollar numbers match up. So what I had to do was reconcile my budget. And basically, other than the vet bill today, because also on the phone, I thought it was only going to be $58, and I guess they just transposed the numbers because it was $85, which was a little bit of a shock. So other than the vet bill, the spending this week, I knew how much I had left over from the week 3 check-in, which minus the car bill and Verizon and whatever else I told you, was like $300. And so I knew that that's how much I had to play with, even though they were in whatever categories they were in. So what I did was I took those numbers, I put in all of my stuff, I saw my total spent was still less than my goal. Wonderful. Means that we saved, that we only spent 50%, so we can put 50% towards school stuff. But so once I moved the dollars around, these are what the new category, basically all of them just zeroed out to what I spent actually, other than transportation and housing. There were a few categories that I had money left over in, so it doesn't really matter where I pulled the money from since we're not spending any more this month. Anyway, back to you, Christiana. Welcome back from that trip down memory lane. So, probably from week 4, you've got a good idea of what I spent. But let's go over the numbers one more time. Housing, I spent $1,206.53, which is a little bit less than my goal, largely thanks to my water bill being less than it was expected to be, even though my electricity bill was a little bit higher. Transportation, also down below my goal at $412.95. Blame that on gas prices going down, and also no car washes this month. Phone and internet went down by about $5 to $137.77, and that was my Verizon bill going down. For eating out was still less than my original budget for it at $146.32, but with the numbers moving around throughout the month, it was still a little bit higher than I wanted to see. I mean, in this last week, I knew that I had room in my budget to eat out more, so I took advantage. I think I ordered 2 pizzas in the last week, which served me for multiple meals, and it ends up working out to being an okay price usually, but still. I had food at home that I definitely could have been eating. Food category was only $233.77. I didn't have any really big grocery costs this month. I like to buy things in bulk when I can, and so I was able to take advantage of things that I had bought in previous months. Entertainment was still down from July, but higher than what I had budgeted. It's still a good number, and I think that I should have put the budget around here to begin with. It was at $186.45. Miscellaneous, I didn't have any miscellaneous stuff this time around. Shopping, down at $89.56. Can you believe it? I am so impressed. Health, this was the curveball for me this month. I very rarely have any health costs at all. The only time I really have health costs is if I get new glasses. But dentist, yearly checkup, everything is always covered. And I don't know if I just made the wrong selections for my insurance this time around or what, but those were unexpected. And then also, Kat got sick at the end of the month, and so I'm gonna take care of my cats. That's just a thing that I'm gonna do. And so the test for her was $85, which was fine because I had room in my budget, because I don't have the total number here. One sec. My total spending for the month of August was $2,544.80, which means that I'm still $39.10 under budget. So tomorrow I could very easily spend $39. I'd spend $39 on Amazon with just what's in my cart right now. So lessons. Do I think this is sustainable? Not really. Because I knew that I was doing this budget thing, I was willing to make sacrifices and put off buying certain things like some fall decorations. I love decorating for fall, and I'm gonna get some new fall decorations. I did get one for free off of a Facebook ad, but I am probably going to purchase some new fall decorations or fall candles or different things like that. Plus, like I said, got a big birthday, not my birthday, birthday in the life of a loved one coming up in September, so gotta put money towards spoiling that person. Then I got a bunch of family birthdays coming up and Christmas, and so I need to put those in the budget, which means that I need to put more money in my budget. So instead of saving 50%, I think I'm going to try and save more like 60%. Kind of split the difference between this month and last month. See how that goes? I don't know. Check out my what I spent in September video a month from now. See what I decide to do. But yeah, there were a lot of things that I did to try and make this month more successful, like using gift cards that I had stored away, or just putting off purchases for an extra month. There were some ways that were really helpful to have this budget. Number one, what I ended up doing a lot throughout the month with Amazon. So as you might know, I don't remember if I told you earlier in the video, my Amazon app on my phone, I used to just scroll and put things in my cart, and then I'd end up with $100 in my cart. Click, buy, great, get it in the next couple weeks. But then, so to combat that, I put a timer on my app so I could only be on there for 5 minutes. So what I ended up doing is I would put a lot of stuff in my cart, but then I wouldn't have time to buy it. So then the next day or a few days from then, I would go back and I would look at my cart and delete. Why did I add that? Delete. Or I would add it to lists for Christmas ideas or whatever. So that was really helpful. Deleting DoorDash, obviously, super helpful. Having these budget check-in weekly things held me accountable. So that was really helpful. Forcing myself to cook at home was huge. And part of that was, deleting the DoorDash app. I work from home. Sometimes I don't want to go out. I don't want to leave my house at the end of a work day. I want to stay in my pajamas. I've been in my pajamas all day and I haven't showered in 3 days and I don't want to see other people. So before I would do DoorDash, now I have to cook at home, which works out, other than now I have to do dishes all the time. There's always dishes. So like this video if you liked it. Subscribe so you see when I make new videos. I don't do finance videos very often, but I might do them more, because kind of that's become my guilty pleasure on YouTube, of just watching all kinds of debt confessions and budget with me's and financial audits. Comment down below, did any of this surprise you? What is your guilty pleasure on YouTube right now? Because I might need to have a new one, because I think I've watched all of the debt confession videos on YouTube. Every single one. Alright, good night, sweet dreams. Wow, since you stuck around for so long, actually I'm going to show you something. This is what the pie chart looked like for July, as far as percent saved, and oh my gosh, that's not how I really look at it. This is the July pie chart. This is the August pie chart. July, August. And so you can kind of see how different things shook out. Welcome to the end screen. This is the end screen. Click over here for a video, and over here for a different video, and then subscribe. I don't remember how long the end screen goes for.